Hey guys, I'm Maxwell Damage. This is a mouse pointer. So, here's some karma. Cue title. Thank you. Now, Karma was a very ambitious little puzzle platformer that didn't quite make it out of development. But at the same time, some of the resources were, well, you'll find out. Karma, well, I was going to say Karma is about karma, but you probably could figure that out from the heavy-handed metaphor in the title. You guys aren't that bad. Maybe I am sometimes. And being about morality and your actions and all that, our master is Shades of Grey. I wonder if it's trying to tell us something. And it's kind of a wordy introduction, but don't let that deter you. It takes a little bit to get through, but I also feel, I don't know, I feel like it lends some sense of gravitas to the format, but I also think it could have been condensed some, but I'm no editor. I would not be very good at trying to trim that down. It is silent for now, and there actually is a reasonable reason for that. No, there is. Trust me. Wait, thanks, Master. The game handles a little bit worse than I would like. It feels a little bit sluggish. I don't know if that's because I got used to other games in the same vein, or I don't know. I just was hoping for a little bit more momentum, maybe. But at the same time, it's got air control. Wait. I'm not gonna lie, that reveal is totally worth the silent beginning. Now, because this is, what was this? This is ever make it out of alpha? I'm not even sure if this counts as a beta or not. I love it, but it is what it is, you know. Oh no! What has happened? So some of the music is misappropriated from other sources, but we're not going to hold that against it, because it's pretty, they said it just about right, and even, 7 Days a Stranger, question mark? Pretty much used default music from the software used to make it, so we're not going to hold that too far against it. What's funny is every time I hear that song, I think of that game now instead of the making software, which I've probably fiddled with at some point, and for some reason can't remember the name of right now. So, welcome to the town of Captured Your Master. Take a look outside. Why, yes it is. I mean, I guess it's kind of sunsetty. No, I want to talk to the dog, not you. Fine. Now, you don't have to talk to the people here yet. We did kind of skip through some of the stuff to say, oh, okay. I guess I'll help you find a missing persons if you help me with my neighbor in a slightly inane task. Dun dun dun. Well, what's happening? It won't happen until we trigger it by watching the TV ourselves. And that's not going to happen around here. Hey, bring him back! He was going to help us. And of course the dog is the only one that even cares. Also, the monsters highlight their own weak points, which you can appreciate. You go a little bit through the city, through the rack of TF2 items and Devo memorabilia, to find out, oh, well, if that thing is trapped by, or controlled by that gear, maybe the wires lead to a switch. Hey, look at that, they do. A little bit further in the town, we meet this guy who points us in the right direction. And we have no idea why. Thank you, Mr. Deus Ex, Machina? Is that your name? We appreciate you. Also, there are some copy edits that are not quite correct. It's like we passed over that for some reason. We just placed it here for everyone's convenience. Fine. I'll find a way into your stupid door. Where could this lead? It's only going to lead somewhere sinister, I'm sure. Oh, right. And so we go through a slight fetch quest to get to another fetch quest to continue the prologue. I mean, at least it's an interactive prologue. If we were just sitting back watching this happen, it'd be considerably less interesting. Alright. And the robot with spikes on it, as you might guess, you can't jump on to deactivate. Well, crap. What do we do now? Luckily, somebody thought far enough ahead to plan for this contingency, and they conveniently put the tool... Ow. They conveniently put the tools right where we can find them. Thank you. Alright, so, how's it work? That works alright. I'm a fan. And you can just stay there. Alright, so you go through a couple sequences, and... Oh no, you're red and you have glowing eyes. You have to be bad. Oh, alright. Ew. Oh, aren't they always? Hey, seeds. Who's... Okay, bad sound effect aside, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. Also, hey look, it reuses the gimmick for highlighting enemies' weak points with that glowing color. Oh, its antenna fell down. It's so sad. This sign doesn't work for some reason. It's an alpha. You know, par for the course. Oh. But oh, okay. It can only come through Star Siege tribes. Yeah, why can't we? Thank you for, monologuing and explaining the plot of your, gimmick here. Oh, that's so bad. Thank you for that plot device. Haha! No, well, no, our eyes. But didn't our master teach us to look beyond these personal squabbles? I mean, that's what he would have wanted. Oh well, let's ignore it in pursuit of vengeance. Haha! Oh man, I love vengeancing it up. Or is that revengeance at this point? Oh. Oh! What do we do? Yeah, what are we doing? Oh, goodness. That looks problematic. Also, physics. That's a lot of ha-has to type. You lose, Stark! So... I mean, he's kind of right. His Xanatos Gambit played off here. But I wonder if that was supposed to be a cue. Oh, well. Let's enjoy an unnecessarily long destruction sequence. And this is what happens if you reverse Independence Day. I love the smell of napalm in the evening. So, now that the prologue's finally over, we get to see what the game actually looks like. I know, 9 minutes of prologue. It's alright, guys. And to think I cut out most everything that wasn't story-related. What? I mean, it's the same color as us, so that has to be us, right? Well, alright. Let's give it... Yeah, that's us. My major complaint about playing as the worm is that it's really hard to tell where he starts and ends. So it makes some platform hopping a little, awkward. Maybe you do the things you capitalized in your speech bubble, man. Alright. Alright, so the leader of the worms has a lot of insightful commentary, thinks we sound familiar, and is the same color as our master. Coincidence. Let's just write it off. like this song. It's kind of in the groove between funky, but not so laid back as to make you feel like you're watching the Weather Channel, because that also can be an issue. Alright, gates unlocked. Let's go. Also, you are informative. Incidentally, the she-he thing is explained later because the worms are hermaphrodites, and they actually acknowledge that. It's kind of a nice nod in the game to say, hey, guess what? We know how science works. Oh, that's too heavy. Hang on. Alright, so if it takes two of us, what if we get it that far? Yeah, and then you get the rock on that and throw you and the rock onto the... yeah. Moving on. You get to actually see some karma work in action because you're grabbing this for somebody and, oh, I guess you kind of could take all the money if you wanted. But it's not necessary, so let's return to Scrooge McDuck over here. Karma coin. Alright. Oh, everybody's from that crazy town cult, metaphorically. Aren't we? Aren't we, viewers? I'm sure that's not a plot device at all. I have to say, I love the giant exclamation point in terms of, oh crap, I'd better move. So, sometime later, and by sometime I mean a lot of twisty, winding passages all alike, we find our way to our first save point. Hooray! Yeah, they are few and far between in this game. Alright, the mayor plays TF2. Because we kind of need his key. And this roly-poly is not our friend. Maybe this roly-poly will be our friend. Hey, guy with an eye... Nobody with an eye patch is ever evil. What? What are you saying? He's your... Well... No, I don't like where you're headed with this. So eventually, after collecting some money, we find out that, hey, let's take a hat to the TF2 player. Let's not get the Devo model. Who knew? So that's all it takes to make you forget your civic duties, huh? Alright, I'm down. Yeah, why are the repairs taking so long? And so, more fetch quests. Alright, fine, what's your deal? But... I don't want to do that. I can't jump up there with the key. So anyway, we eventually go through some more gimmicks. The puzzles are actually pretty well thought out in this game. Hey, it's that roach. I guess it's a roach. It's purple and bug-like. Thanks. Oh, well, I think you both are tools. Does that count? So eventually you take the bellows through a couple fire puzzles, and you have to activate some windmills to go get the hammer, to take the hammer back to the roach. Yeah. But, I mean, honestly, it was handled pretty well. Let's give the town some money. And what could this be? What? No, why are you panning? Why are... Oh, goodness. I think I saw that in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But after you finally defeat the puzzle boss with the MacGuffin, you find a tree. Such a happy little tree. That looks like the altar that was in our master's house, actually. Well, let's take a nap. And you die. The end. No, not the end. Only the end of Chapter 1, which is a new beginning. And I'm not going to actually play through Chapter 2 for you guys because while it's a little more interesting, especially because instead of dialogue, they did away with that and went directly to pictures, which I actually highly appreciate. I don't want to spoil too much, because some of these resources got used in something else. You're sad. Why are you sad? Oh, your friend is sick. Well, don't be sick, friend. You have a mailbox. Oh, okay. You're all dying because of that stuff. That's gross. But as it turns out, some of these things may seem familiar to you guys in the future, because I think that we might just see what this game ended up evolving into. And that was some karma. Thanks, you guys.